ゲームは素晴らしい。38歳だろうがゲームの世界に入ってしまえば若々しいキャラにもなれるし、リアルで実現できないことが可能になる。さてと、まずはアバターを作るか。名前はアースでいいか。本名が大事。
Boys and girls, this one's a stinker. A playthrough of a certain dude, the VRMMO live. This, and I know, like, this anime sucks. Like, wow. Okay, now I'm gonna preface this, my friends, with saying this. Anything I say right now doesn't mean it's unwatchable. It doesn't mean that there's nothing salvageable here. And it doesn't mean that eventually it might get good. It doesn't mean any of that. But like at the end of the day, okay, I just want to tell you guys that episode 1 and just like what it brought to the plate, it brought a big pile of poo, and it was bad. It was so bad. And that's unfortunate, you know, because there is some potential here. And I know a lot of you are going to crucify me, you know, within the comments and say, how dare you, Dom? It's just one episode. But here's the thing, okay? And maybe that wasn't you, right? You know, here's the thing. Any studio, okay, when they're trying to put out a product, and you know, don't get it twisted, anime is a product, and it's a lot of times it's a product that's created to sell a product in a manga or a light novel, right? And maybe they're trying to sell issues of Shonen Jump, whatever it is. It's a product that is meant to be absorbed. It's meant to be consumed by us, okay? A lot of times that product is a promotion for a different product. Regardless, they put out a product that they want their viewers to really watch and love and promote and market, right? Because if you think about any anime that you really love, chances are you've probably told somebody in person, multiple people in person. You've probably put it out maybe on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or a Reddit thread or a subreddit, or you know, you probably have told somebody in some fashion about this thing that you really love, whether it's, you know, Dragon Ball, Attack on Titan, Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, Pokemon, whatever it is. If there's a certain show you really love, you've probably promoted that product for free. And that's what these studios want. Now, where am I going with this? Because, you know, I'm blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing, all right? This studio is Studio Maho Film, okay? That's the studio that created this. They've done one of my favorite anime, By the Grace of the Gods, Season 1. Season 2, big ol' stinker. They've done I Stand on a Million Live. A Million Lives. They've done In the Land of Liddell, which I thought was pretty good. They've done I'm the Villainous, so I'm Taming the Final Boss, which I really, really loved, okay? So they've done some good products. They've put out some good product, okay? Now, when it comes to episode 1, a lot of you are saying you can't judge a book by its first chapter. Yes, you can. In anime, episode 1 is the biggest deal, okay? I always say this, and I think a lot of us forget in the streaming age and stuff. These shows still come out on TV in Japan. They still have to buy and purchase a spot, okay? They have to buy a spot. They have to pay for that spot, and then they get to come on, you know, TV stations at 11, 12, 10, 9, 8, 6 p.m., whatever it is. And they have to capture the viewer and say, come back next week at 8:30, at 9 o'clock, at midnight, at 2 a.m., whatever their spot is. Their episode 1 has to be so good that it captures them. On the opposite streaming end, their show has to be so good that, or episode 1 has to be so enticing or so good to you and I that we say, add it to my watch list. I'm coming back next week, okay? And when you put out this pile of dog crap, and you look at all the shows, and these are just the ones that I'm watching, okay? You put out all these shows, and you put this one against the Demon Sword, My Daughter Left, MF Goes Berserk of Gluttony, Fearin', Jujutsu Kaisen, Saint's magic power is omnipotent. I'm in love with the villainess, the ancient magus bride, shield hero, eminence in shadow, undead unluck, kingdoms of ruin. And these are just shows that I'm going to watch this season, right? But then you put out this stinker, a playthrough of a certain VRMMO dude's life, and this goes to me skipping it, okay? And that's a big deal. And the reason that I did that is because like this show, once again, not unwatchable, but it was a big pile of dog poo, okay? So I think, before I say anything else, I think what they should have done in episode 1, and I'm no studio director, but I guess hire me, you know, what they should have done in episode 1 is started the show in the middle. And what I mean by that is start in the middle of some big story, some like audacious adventure he's going on. Maybe he's fighting a dragon. Like, you know, start the episode. If you're gonna put out what we got, start in the middle. Like, get the good stuff and put it in episode 1, and then have him like, you know, remember, or, you know, cut to, oh well, now we're gonna show you what the show is leading up to, this big moment or this big story that we just started. You know, there's a different way they could have taken it here. So here's my problems that I have with this show. This show follows Tanaka Taichi or something like that. 38-year-old guy, okay? Very close to my age. I'm 34. Jesus Christ, saying that out loud hurts my soul. Very, very similar in age to me, okay? He's a salaryman. So am I, in a sense. You know what I mean? He's a salary man. Very, you know, again, I'm really digging this guy. I'm like, he's close to my age. He plays video games on his free time. I do, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. I play video games on my free time, watch anime on my free time. So we're very close. So already I have this bond, okay? He says he only has 2 or 3 hours a day to play games. I'm like, there's 24 hours in a day. You sleep 8 of it. There's 16 hours. You take 2 or 3 away. So you're telling me you work 12, 14 hours in a day? That's kind of nuts and crazy and super sad. I have a family. If I need to go and bang out an 8-hour gaming session right now, I totally could do that. Regardless, he has 2 or 3 hours a day to game, okay? He logs in. He puts on his VR, his virtual reality headset. And nothing's explained about his current time and his current place or anything. He gets in the game, he creates his character, he creates some mob-looking character so that way he doesn't have a lot of attention to him. Immediately he's picked on at the beginning of the game. So typical, so atypical. Yes, you're in a VRMMO game. I've never really encountered anybody that was it just doesn't happen, okay? So you get this ridiculous scene of him getting picked on. Okay, sure, okay, whatever. And the fact that he gets to see the same people over and over again, like even if you're on the same server, like there's, assuming the game's popular, there's thousands and thousands of people. The likelihood of you stumbling upon the same person multiple times is like, it's not a real thing. It's not going to happen, okay? But in this game, apparently there's a sense of smell and a sense of taste and a sense of feel. And it's like, well, how? Maybe spend some time explaining that. You know what I mean? Maybe spend some time explaining how they're in a day and age where all of this is possible. Because if you play a VR game, you don't feel shit. You know what I mean? And you got these little knobby knobs, you know. But apparently this is some Sword Art Online level stuff that's happening here. Explain that a little bit. You know what I mean? This is why I said they should have started somewhere in the, you know, if they're gonna take this premise to it, start in the good stuff and then work our way back. But because they don't do that, so it's like, okay, so now we have to believe that he's a 38-year-old dude. He's going to create a character. He's going to sort of online immerse himself in this world that has all of these sights and touch and feel and smell and taste, and he could eat and stuff. Okay, but how? You know what I mean? So that's a real bothersome thing to me. Is I can't really get over that. Then the other thing I can't get over is anything he does in this world, although it seems very easygoing, slice of lifey, anything he does in this world doesn't matter because since it's not isekai, he wasn't isekai into this world, he's just playing a video game. So we're just watching an anime about some dude playing a video game. Okay, I can say that's a fine premise if they did showing him outside of the video game and the life that he lives, you know, and maybe he has like some endearing factors, maybe there's some little cool storylines, and then he jumps into this immersive world and we get to see another version of him in this world. Okay, now that's an endearing thing. That's a cool premise to the show. But no, instead they just throw us in a VR MMO world and we're just going to go on little adventures with this Earth guy, and you know. So, anyways, I'm really at time here. Should you watch it? Absolutely not. This was some really garbage. It wasn't a good show. I can talk for 10 more minutes telling you like why this is not good, but just know easy 4 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10 on a good day. Again, I cannot say that it's not going to get better. It could very well get better. It doesn't matter though, because episode 1 was a piece of garbage, and any reason I have to watch this is just out the window. So don't waste your time. Don't watch this. There is 30 other anime that could easily get your time going, and you don't have to wait for it to get good. All right, leave you on that thought. See you in the next video, but not for this anime. Peace out, my friends.